Hey everyone, this is Keith Scott from up in Sydney, Australia. I'm one of the voices of Bull Eagle J. Moose. It's time to watch Relentless and Unstoppable. And so give it up for your main hosts, Douglas Kelly and Andy McPhee.
Yeah.
So, is it true that there are farms out in South Africa that have horses, especially in the Johannesburg, Redefort area?
Sure, everywhere around. It's a big horse community in South Africa, I think. In Cape Town, especially, there's lots of places you can go riding on the beach and riding in the waves, just like in Beauty. And then Johannesburg definitely has a lot of horse farms out there for sure. I think we're a big horse community because um, of how much space there is. There's a lot of land, and you need land for horses. I think all the provinces in South Africa have lots of horses, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I saw the movie Racing Stripes years ago, and that was obviously South Africa when I look at a lot of the images.
Yeah, yeah. I got to go into that movie. That was a long time ago. Wow. I was on that movie for a couple of days only. But yeah, that was with the zebra.
Yeah, a zebra wanting to be a racehorse and being
That was
forced
cute.
and bullied out of it failed. So you were
That's a
in
good
that movie too?
Racing Stripes, yeah.
Oh, what was your role in that?
I was a clapper loader, a camera assistant.
Nice. What was that production like?
Oh no, that was a proper big movie. I was on like a second unit. It was years ago. I came on for a couple of days to help while one of the guys got ill, and it was a proper big movie. By all means, it looked like a lot of fun. Yeah.
Yeah, man, it's been 20 years actually since it came out. Yeah, where is life going?
Not, it was. I'm sure that was made in the late '90s, somewhere around there. Um, yeah, a long time ago. I remember being just a little baby on the film set.
Nice, nice. What other films were you part of?
Well, I've actually got a good one coming out today, 1st of October. I did a movie in Australia with Mark Wahlberg called Play, which is just a classic Mark Wahlberg robbers robbing robbers. A phenomenal director who was Shane Black from Kiss Kiss Bang Bang and the Odd Guys. Just a real classic action comedy with quick lines and huge action scenarios. I mean, when I read that script, the first page is a car chase in a horse race. So the cars are racing around, and then at some point the car ramps through a fence, and then they have a car chase in amongst 30 horses as they're racing around a track, all shooting guns at each other. And I was like, oh my word, how are we going to do that? But you break it down shot by shot, and you achieve it. So that's coming out now. I haven't watched it yet, but that should be pretty good. I really loved working on Mowgli, which was initially it was Jungle Book.
Ooh.
With actually one of my favorite filmmaking moments of my career is Andy Serkis was the director, and who, if anyone else knows, he plays Gollum in Lord of the Rings.
Mhm.
And then we were discussing a scene, and Andy was drawing it in the dirt. He's a very visceral director. He's very hands-on, and he's extremely prepared. And he was just trying to get his ideas out. He started scribbling on the ground about where the camera should be and what we should be doing. And then he turned around as we were all looking over his shoulder, and he just repeated the next half of the scene as Gollum. It was phenomenal. He has big blue eyes and that raspy Gollum voice. That was a lot of fun.
He also portrayed Snoke in Star Wars in the sequel trilogy, and He also was Capricorn in Inkheart, I believe, and also he was also Claw in Black Panther, I believe.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the Planet of the Apes. He was the lead ape, right?
I
Yeah.
believe so. And I think Andy McPhee, my business partner and coach and mentor, was in the recent Planet of the Apes as the Elder, which I think was the older version of Serkis's character, I believe, the way older one.
They're in Australia now, right? They just finished filming that when I got to Australia because all the crew that I was working with had just finished the new Planet of the Apes, which looks good.
Gee, that's all we have for Relentless and Unstoppable. So tune into the next episode to hear more amazing stories from amazing guests. This is Keith Scott from Sydney, Australia saying so long and I'm smarter than the average bear. Gee.
Jellyfish.